I love this trope so much that I actually have like a fanfic planned for this trope that I will write at some point. Hi, I'm Claudia, and my favourite trope in the world is the right person, wrong time trope. I am such a sucker for the right person, wrong time trope. Like, if I'm looking for a fanfic and I find one that has like rest of the tags I'm not a fan of but it has right person, wrong time, I will read it. There's just something about it that I can't quite explain that just draws me in. And like, when people talk about tropes, they don't tend to talk about this one. I myself am guilty of this. Like, a couple months ago, I made a video ranking all my favourite tropes and I forgot right person, wrong time. And it wasn't until I was editing it that I remembered that trope exists, and by that point it was too late to put it in. But then I realised, you know, I love it so much it probably deserves its own video. So here we are. There's a car driving past. Go away. By the way, I might be a little kind of all over the place in this video. I wasn't exactly expecting to film this today. Thought I was going to film this in like 2 weeks time, but I had the opportunity to film it today, so here we are. I have literally no plans for this video. I am just gonna yap. So if I seem to be like going between different topics, I'm sorry, this is just how it's gonna be. Anyway, if you don't know, the right person, wrong time trope basically means when two characters have met before, lost touch somehow, and now have met again. Now, sometimes that first meeting they like get together, they date for a bit, it doesn't work out, they break up, and then they find each other again. Or sometimes they could just be like childhood friends who lost touch and now are reconnecting as adults. But either way, they're gonna get back together the second time. That is like the whole point of the trope. Like, the whole point of the trope is that you found the right person, but it was the wrong time for anything to happen. But now you've met them again and they're still the right person, but it's the right time now and you have a chance. And I think my favourite bit about the trope is just kind of the history between the two characters. Like, I love it when they had a previous relationship that didn't work out and now they've met again as adults and they just try to be friends, but they have to learn to trust each other again, and then they end up falling in love. It's so good. And then the little moments you can have that call back to like their previous history, I love that so much. Like, give me a scene where they're in the car together and a song comes on the radio and one of them turns it up because they know it's the other one's favourite song. And the other one didn't think they'd remember that, and it's so cute. Or like one of them remembering the other's coffee order even though they haven't seen each other for 5 years because that's how important they were to each other. It's just so good. And then sometimes it's like a situation where they're reconnecting because they end up working together as adults and they're trying to like keep it a secret and not let anyone else know that they used to date or they used to be friends or whatever. But then at one point one of them lets something slip and then everyone finds out, and it's so good. Like, with that scenario, I'm like specifically thinking of this one Chicago PD fic I read. It's called Haunted. It's an absolutely amazing fic and it very much encompasses this trope and I love it so much. But there's this one moment where like the main ship and all their colleagues have gone out for a drink and then a song comes on in the bar that they're at and one of them like groans and the other one's like, "You still hate this song?" And everyone's like, "Hold on, what do you mean by still?" It's so good and it's so funny and I love it so much. And I've also read like quite a few really amazing buddy fics where they've dated before. I can't remember like any exact ones off the top of my head, but they're all so good. Like, as soon as I see that trope, I'm like, yes, please, thank you. Or it's a buddy fic where they were like childhood friends that fell out of touch and now they've like reconnected as adults because they work together again, and oh my god, it's so good. I love this trope so much that I actually have like a fanfic planned for this trope that I will write at some point. I have had this fic planned in my head for like almost a year now and I haven't written it down yet because I'm making sure like everything works and it's all like perfectly timed and that kind of thing. I have promised myself that I will start writing that fic like before this year is over, but who knows if that will actually happen. Oh, and like one of my favourite situations with this trope is like these two people have reconnected but one of them has a best friend and they've told this best friend like a bunch of stories about their ex but they've just like never said their name, and then they have to like go up to their best friend and be like, "You know this new friend I've got? Well, it's actually my ex that I keep telling you about." And it's so funny because the best friend is always like, "Why are you talking to your ex again?" But then it turns out they like both still have feelings for each other and then they end up falling in love again, and it's so good. And then you get like the best friend giving like a shovel talk being like, "I wasn't there when you broke their heart the first time, but I've heard enough stories about it to know it was bad, so you better not do it again." And I love it so much. It's just so like funny and cute to me. And to me, like, one of the best things about right person, wrong time is like the setting up of how they broke up the first time if they dated the first time. Because obviously if they like previously previously dated, there has to be a reason why they broke up. And most of the time it's something like, oh, one of us had to move away for work and we didn't want to do long distance, or we tried long distance and it just didn't work and we ended up breaking up. Or sometimes it was just because they were young and a bit stupid and they didn't really know how to talk to each other about their emotions, so it caused this like massive rift in their relationship that led to them breaking up. Or maybe they were in high school when they dated and one was older than the other, so one graduated and one was left behind, and that just led to the end of their relationship. Any situation where it means there's history and they didn't break up because they like fell out of love with each other, I think that's perfect for this kind of trope. Because for this trope to work, there still has to be some like residual feelings there when they reconnect. So like if they broke up originally because one cheated on the other, that's not really gonna work. It's too complicated and there's just too many negative emotions there for them ever to date again. At least that's what it feels like in my opinion. Whereas if you have a breakup scenario where it's more the situation means they have to break up, not their actual feelings, that I feel works better. And that also like reflects in the name of the trope, because it was always gonna be the right person, they were always gonna be the right people for each other, but it was just the wrong time. You know, the circumstances were wrong rather than the people being wrong. And I know this trope is done like occasionally in like movies and TV shows and that kind of thing, but I really love it when it's done in fan fiction, because what's so perfect about when it's done in fan fiction is that the authors can write flashback scenes, or sometimes it like starts the first time they met or the first time they dated, and then it gets to the point where they break up or fall out of touch, and then you have a massive time skip to when they meet again. And that means like as a reader you really know the history in like a lot of depth, rather than with like a TV show you maybe get one flashback and that's it, and the rest of their history is just kind of like inferred or like said to other people, and you don't really kind of get the depth that you get with fan fiction. Like in fanfics, when they say it as like young kids, oh, when I get married I want to get married in this place, and then they actually do get married in that place like 10 years later. Oh my god. Or you can have a situation where like if they dated in the past, like one of them met the other sibling and now they've reconnected and they're like meeting the sibling again, but they have to not let on that they know each other because everyone around there doesn't know that they used to date, and it's so good. And there can be like situations where like they took pictures together back when they first dated or when they were friends or whatever, and they've kept all those pictures in boxes under beds for so long because they didn't want to like feel the memories every time they looked at those pictures. Like it was too painful to have those pictures on display, if you know what I mean. But then as they start reconnecting and learning to trust each other again, those pictures start coming back out and they start being hung up and put on dresses, and it's so cute. Like when one of them goes over to the other's house and they see a picture of the two of them up on the wall when that didn't used to be there, so it's obviously been like taken out relatively recently. It's so cute. Or like when all their friends have like found out about it, they start like pressuring one of them to tell them secrets about the other. Or if they like start playing a drinking game and all these secrets and snippets of this life they had years and years ago like start coming out. I just think that's so funny and I love it so much. Like give me a scene where they're arguing over whose fault it was that they lost the deposit on their old apartment or something like that. I think that's hilarious. And then like when they eventually get back together and they have their like first date, they know exactly what each other like, so it's obviously like the perfect date because they know each other so well. So of course it's like the perfect restaurant or the perfect movie because they know too much about each other for it not to be perfect. Oh, and another one of my favourite things that fanfic authors do is like imagine they were dating before and they broke up like just before Valentine's Day. Like so close to Valentine's Day that they bought each other Valentine's Day presents, but they were never given to each other because they broke up. And then the first Valentine's Day after they reconnect, they give each other the presents after like 5 or 10 years. I just think that is so cute. Or if like they dated back in high school and one of them got the other like some kind of jewelry. You know, like the cringy like teenage jewelry that has like an initial on or something like that. And then they randomly start wearing it after like a couple months of knowing each other again, and I just think that's so cute. And it's like a signal to the other one that like, yeah, I kind of do want to try this again, and then it ends up with them getting together that day. It's so good. Or on like the more angsty side of things, imagine one of them has like a really bad day at work, and because like they work together, the other person knows that they've had a really bad day, but also they know exactly where they're gonna go if they've had a bad day, so they go and find them there and they just go and sit with them because it's been a bad day and they've both had a bad day and they just want to sit together, and oh my god, I love it so much. And if you want to get like really angsty, have them like try and be friends, but then at some point there's like a breaking point and they end up having like a massive argument about how they broke up and what happened that led to their breakup, and it ends up with them just getting all their feelings out that they've just kept repressed for all these years, and it's just so perfect. It's weird to call angst perfect, I know, but sometimes it just really fits those characters and that situation that they're in, and like getting all those feelings out actually makes them closer in the end, and I just love that so much. I just love Right Person Wrong Time so much. Now I just like desperately want to read more Right Person Wrong Time fanfics. And also now I'm like really excited to actually start writing that fanfic I was talking about earlier. I mean, I shouldn't do that like right now because currently as I'm filming this I have another ongoing fanfic, and that one only has like 2 chapters left for me to write, so I should really finish that one and then start the next one. But I really want to write this other one now, but I've got to wait. I've got to wait like probably 2 weeks it will take me to write these next 2 chapters, and then I'll be good. Hopefully. And I should probably stop recording this video now because I've been filming for over like half an hour and that's like a lot of yapping. Like edited down, this video will probably be like 10 minutes or less, but I have been recording for like 35 minutes, which is like quite a lot. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, I have to do like the awkward YouTuber thing and ask you to maybe leave a like on it or potentially subscribe. I post a bunch of fanfiction / fandom related content, so if you like this video, you'll probably like some of my others. And if you want me to make like another deep dive kind of video like this about like a specific trope, leave it in the comments down below. If you want to see more of my content, I'm This Is Claude's over on TikTok, Twitter and Blue Sky. My username is exactly the same as the name of this channel, and there'll be links down below if you want to just use those. Also, if you want to just like hear me yap on Twitter, I also have an alt Twitter called Is This Claude's. I'll leave that in the description as well, but that's like a lot of me talking about like YouTubes I watch and music I listen to, so it's not a lot of like fanfic stuff, if you know what I mean. Also, I'll put like a little secret AO3 link down there if you want to go read some of my fanfics. So yeah, I've been Claudia, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll hopefully see you all soon. Bye!